Gotta feed that O positive blood. It's a beef broth. It says it's the honest meat. I put it in the. Mom was standing next to me. I'm reading the package. It says it's the honest meat. I'm loading it up in the air fryer. I said, don't lie to meat. Mom laughed. It was funny. As long as I can get her to laugh, I don't care what the rest of the world does. The rest of the world is kind of going down the shitter right now, as a matter of fact. 2 dudes fucking lost their lives at an O'Reilly's. I just do TikToks at O'Reilly's, get a note, and just like tell them that they're stupid, or say they're stupid cousins. In other parts of New Mexico, dude got the wrong kind of oil, went back and fucking shot homeboy. Shot 2 employees dead. 2 people lost their lives because someone doesn't have emotional control. I bet it's that vaccine. I had the same experience when they gave me 8 anthrax vaccines.
8 of them?
Yeah, I was like, why am I so angry? I used to be chill. Now I figured out I'm one of them MK Ultra people that they're trying to weaponize to cause harm, and I won't do it. I won't hurt. Like, I just tell Mom, I said, Mom, people are so crazy out there in the world right now. Like, they're unhinged. And I said, I don't want to fight with nobody. I don't want to, like, because I know what it's like to be hit in the face. I know what it's like to have things broken. I know what it's like to have harm caused to me by the hands of others. And I don't want to do that to anybody else. And there's all these rookies out here, all these people that they've gone their whole life. They don't know what it's like to cause harm. They don't know what it feels like to be punched in the face. They don't know what it feels like to punch another. But they're full of all of this media, social media. They're full of TV, video. They're full of all these ideas of how things should go. And then they're going into society, and somebody annoys them, and they're trying to match their outsides with their insides. So they're exploding on people, and people are dying.
They're dying.
Because of crimes of passion. There's better ways.
Better ways?
Yeah, there's like a lot of like men out in the world that have feminine energy in them, so they're overcompensating. Acting men. And then so they're learning their life lessons. And then you have women, this is how I can relate to, that have more masculine energy, and so they try to come back and overcompensate in their feminine. But I don't do that. I get like little Napoleon complex. If I am not in a balanced, fit condition. Because I know myself. That's why I only go out, when I have a reason to go out. We don't leave the house. Like, if we have to get out of the house and go for a drive, okay. I have my I have our route mapped out, It's OPSEC. It's operational security. Hello. The world ain't that place anymore. It's not the fluffy little wonderland, where everybody's safe and, people keep their hands to themselves and, they just pass each other in the street and they're just all about please and thank you. No, it's not that planet anymore. It's fucking Neanderthal in New Mexico. I had to go out and get some water this morning. And I go out at like 7:30. I'm coming back. It's like 8 o'clock. Somebody in a big old hurry to meet their maker has an accident. See, there's those people that are like, gee. Yeah, my first inclination is, okay, hope there's no loss of life. Okay? But every accident I've been in, like somebody fucking caused it because they were trying to rush ahead or they were trying to make that light. Like, they don't even use red lights down in Albuquerque. Like, it's a free-for-all. In Albuquerque, in Santa Fe. Like it's getting like that here, but it's just it's because people they're living from their impulses, and they're not thinking, hey, if I hit this other vehicle with this person in it with my car, you know, like I'm not gonna have a car, and they're not gonna have a car, but it's okay. And just because I was mad for a second, it's like it's grown up temper tantrums. It's fucking absurd. And I've caused accidents before. That's why I don't want to cause accidents.
Oh.
See, I know when I'm the problem. That's why I ain't going out. We're dodging, we're dipping, we're flipping and twirling. We ain't dancing the same dance that these nut jobs are. Because they don't have reverence for life, and I do. I got a picture of a little hito this morning because I was waiting in line. I got a video of the accident, and I'm just like, I can't because it's like watching herding cats. Watch any agencies in Taos County fucking conduct any kind of business. It ain't pro. Well, maybe just because I was at Offutt Air Force Base, so I know what professional is. So I know my standard is so fucking much higher than most anybody, like because of the agency that I was a part of. So I'm looking and be like, well, that's, they're putting these people at safe because they're driving that. But they don't think strategic. People don't think like my brain works. That's why I do videos so that other people can be like, oh my God, bitches like her exist. Yeah, people like me exist. I was a little retarded girl, but then I ended up in the military. And then they gave me, I'm like the little Incredible Hulk. They gave me all these anthrax. So I'm like, I don't want to turn green and mean. I don't want to do that. And I'm surrounded by people that want to be mean. And I pick up on that. And then okay, let's play then. Ultimately, I want to do that. My natural course of action is to, in fact, do that. I went to a different grocery store today. One that I don't usually go to. And I had like really positive interactions. I saw a chick I hadn't seen in a while. Found out this girl's like 18, 19 years old. Right? Had her leg cut off. Like above the knee. She was born with the club foot. Evidently she got some kind of infection. So that's what they do now. They didn't want to treat the infection, just cut it off. Like that's why all these people have, it's like what they did in the military. They take everybody's wisdom teeth out. Now they'll just and people, Americans are literally rotting in the flesh. But that's okay because it's football season, right?
Football.
Fucking Jesus fucking Christ, this country is so stupid. I can't. It's like people have so much emotion and so much empathy as long as it doesn't cut into their schedule of what makes them comfortable in life. They don't get that in order to maintain some level of comfortability in life, you need to be uncomfortable. You gotta be uncomfortable. People don't grow because they never fucking suffer. That's not how people grow. People grow from going through actual life events. Car accidents, deaths, wars, taking care of family members. Doing all these things to satisfy society, all to not do any of those things anymore. And it just happened to me, and I articulate it in a way that makes sense, that connects things for people. But the system is still too heavily reliant on itself. There's too many people that benefit from being in the system because they live from their ego, but as more people wake up and live more from their spirit, we'll see that less, and that's when the world will change. But as you can see, people don't want the world to change. They love their Halloween, fuck human trafficking. Like everybody wants to save the kids. Well, stop doing Halloween. Because there's so many terrible things that happen because of Halloween. So what do you care about more? You know? Like Santa Claus is a psyop as far as I'm concerned. I never believed in Santa Claus. Santa Claus didn't deliver us packages on a Greyhound bus. Like it just there's kids nacho neurotypicals like us that never bought into it. But then we were made to be the bad guy if we didn't perpetuate the lie. Oh, just go along to get along. That's how that shit starts. Go along to, oh, don't ruin it for little, dude, fucking, stop lying to your fucking kids. I mean, it's just also silly. Like, what is this planet that we're living? Like, what do we want it to be? Because people like want the best of both worlds. They want la, and then they want fucking, you know, April 15 tax date. Like, how are you gonna have it, you know? I haven't had a W-2 since 2016. And I've earnestly tried. I try to sell these t-shirts, you know, but people in Taos don't want them because it's a message of inclusion. And people want to get paid for what they tell other people, and I'm not here to make money because all of our needs are met. I'm not here. There have been times that I've done the GoFundMe. I don't rate on planet Earth. No, like that's how I know. Like I need to figure out because I masked so good, but then I figured out that everybody was living unmasked. So I would go we would have to walk into the rain one time to take Mom. The Social Security office when I lived in Oregon was like a mile from us, and it was raining in Salem, and and Mom was just, it was raining. She was at the time she was like 69, but like she don't deserve that. She got bad feet. I didn't have a car, but we had to show up for the system to verify and prove. You know, and then like I'm thinking about all the stuff we're going through, and then I listened to this YouTube talk, this TikTok earlier, and it made me think like that this is what the system has become. I'm gonna see if I can't find this TikTok. This is what because the systems are welfare systems for the employees of the system. They are not at all. They don't care about their constituents and the people that they're supposed to be helping. So there's this guy that came up. Where is he? And this is his experience.
Okay, so is there I've been down here like 4 times to get a 402 voucher for the mission, and you guys just keep telling me to come back every time. And they're telling me if I don't get it today, to figure me out. I'm thinking $13,000 a year. I'm way under the poverty limit. Shouldn't be an issue.
It's not about that. It's because if you have any type of income, like Social Security, unemployment, you work, you have to see a housing worker.
Okay, well,
That's why AI already exists, because of employees like that woman. That woman don't give a fuck about this man. She getting paid. She don't care about him. He can turn around and get out of her face for all she cares. Because there's rules and regulations and policies and procedures. But you understand, the people that put those in place don't follow them themselves. And that is where the issue lies. Largely. And that's why so many of these systems are failing. Because people are just doing shit for a paycheck. And you can't treat people like that. That's not all these Christians and shit. That's not what God intended. It's not what Jesus intended. I believe in God. My God is good orderly direction. Just like don't hurt people. You know, don't screw over your fucking spouse. Don't screw over anybody. Don't cause harm. Keep your hands, if you see somebody that needs help, you know, help them best you can. And that's how the world's supposed to go around. And as we can see, the world ain't going around as rad as it once was. So people are learning their lessons because we live on an alien ant farm. And it was funny, I was talking to a lady at the grocery store today. And we were talking about that. I said, have you ever noticed, I said, I never read the Bible front to cover to back or nothing. I said, but I know enough about it. I said, and I understand like the premise to not hurt, like it's the humane thing to do to not hurt other people. And then like the narrative is shifting so much is that there's absolutely more of us that believe that there's not just human beings that have opposable thumbs, you know, and as reality shifts because more people watch movies and stuff like that, you know, like they start to believe, they start to triggers possibilities in them, and that's how reality is created from perceptions. They just have been hijacking people's perceptions with stupid holidays and stuff, and just having people that are supposed to be secular, yes, but you're supposed to evolve. America doesn't evolve. It lives the same year over and over. January, New Year's, it lit like, and people live for these markers. And then when things happen, good or bad, those markers have negative and positive connotation to them, and none of it matters because the only thing that matters is like how you treat other people. And I don't always treat other people good either. Nope. There's a crack in my windshield that's getting bigger, and somebody hit the back of my car. I noticed today. I'm hyper vigilant. It had to be in the parking lot at the grocery store because that's the only place that I leave it unattended. And that's just, people are spiteful and they're ugly, and that's the thing is when you live that way, you turn ugly. That's how I know who lives authentically, because people can have, I used to be able to, like, I can see energies in people, and sometimes people get weird attachments and stuff. There's that movie, people keep talking about that movie Fallen and about how demons transfer from touch. I ain't really big about touching people and stuff like that. Like, we don't got no, you don't know me, I don't know you, unless I'm in distress or you're in distress, but people are awful interested in hugging and touching and stuff, and I'm not. You know, unless I know you and I have a rapport, absolutely, heart to heart, let's hug it on. But it, like I said, it's not that world anymore. It's funny, on my iPad here, I have a astrology app. And then on my iPhone, I have the same astrology app. It's called CoStar. But evidently, the two are on different timelines because every day, around the time that they pop up with their new knowing of the day, it's pretty funny because they come up with two different ones. Like, the days are off. Like, so earlier on my phone, I got this one that said, where is it? You can decide not to engage with what's clearly bullshit. And then now where's the other one? Why does iPhone do this? Evaluate is what the iPad one says. It's funny. And then, but the one on this one says you can decide not to engage what's clearly bullshit. Someone keeps picking fights with you for sport. They're not interested in resolution, just reaction. Stop feeding the beast. Your silence will be more devastating than any comeback. And that's the thing, is like when I fight myself the other day because I'm reactionary. And the whole world knows it. And Mom has been trying to teach me my whole life on how to not be reactionary, on how to control my emotions from a very young age. She made it very clear that if you do not learn how to control your emotions, in certain situations you will be put in institutions where they will control your emotions for you. And they did that. All because of advantage. Not because she needed to be there, but my dad had her and his family, they're Freemason fucking assholes, and they had her put in the Tascadero State Mental Hospital. Because they're all friends with the judges and stuff like that. And so I know that it's not necessarily, like, law is subjective, and it's really made up by a small group of people in each and every town. I know that that's the reality of it. And the sheriffs, and they all have their own way. And it's all based on how that town has been and treats other people generationally. And I know, speaking from experience, coming back to where my mother was born but thrown away to an orphanage because her family just, oh, she had 2 club feet, she's deformed, just throw it away. So that's what they do. If it's a problem, throw it away. And that's what they did to my mom, and they've been throwing babies away. And this is the mentality you get. But New Mexico is known for what? Fucking chili and having a 29% literacy rate. And what else is it known for? Chilies. Pat's like, oh, that junkie show that used to be on TV. Yeah, because junkies are cool, so that's the culture. It's a culture. See? People watch TV and then create a reality based on that. They've been doing it ever since. I grew up on watching shows like Rockford Files, and now I look at all the fucking machismos in office now in their $9,000 suits ruling the world, and I'm just like, oh, somebody watch Godfather with their some insignificant male in their life. How nice for them they had one. Even Trump's mother couldn't even fucking stand that guy. Biff, excuse me, my bad. Even Biff, so Ma, you like me okay, huh? I like you a lot too, so I win! My mom's still smiling, 74. She's still happy. After all the hell she's been through this life. That's how you win in life. It's like you still got enough teeth in your mouth to smile pretty. The longest wins. Because if you live life pretty, good, just decent, not fucking being a scumbag, that's all. It's not hard to do. And then these are the rewards that you were given. And I don't even live this life for this life. I'm living this life for the other life, for the other side. Because once, energy never dies. So I definitely believe it might not even be reincarnation. It might be like, like we die and go back to the 1900s. It's just like a different, going to a life library and checking it out. That's how I look at life. And there's people, some of us, we have lived so many lives within our lives. Why don't we just kind of pass by people that are just living, number one, not their life, a life that somebody else wanted them to live. They're not even living their own lives. They don't dress how they want to. They don't go to the school. They don't want to go to school. Like they're like already automated little intelligence artificial, because they just do what they're told. They're just little NPCs, remote control people, just doing what they're told, guided by the media and fear. Then people wake up and go, oh my gosh, I'm an autonomous being. Oh my God. They can't tell me what I have to do? Really? That's when I started really seeing the stage of what America was, is when I went into the military. And it was so theatrical. And then I started thinking about the history of my brother. He's been in the Guard since 89. So how many years is that? 89 to 99, 99 to 2000. So he was already in 20 years when I enlisted. So 45 years. They play Army. The only thing that he ever deployed to do was when Rodney King got his head kicked in by all those cops. That was our Floyd or whatever that happened. Yeah, and then so they had to go down because all the gangs were raging up. So the gangs were raging up. So they sent all these young men, 18, out of basic training, give them tell them to defend America. It's the same story they've been perpetuating this whole time. They just forget because, ooh, something shiny, squirrel, America, clogs, fucking whatever. So, he went in 89, and then he went to go because we're both the programmed. When they talk about the program, it's just so weird because I live from my spirit and he lives from the ego. So he shit on me and mom and threw us away like mom's family did because they're like that. And humans don't want to hurt humans. Understand? But people become devoid of their humanity based on their acts or inacting. Because you can do more damage to people by not helping them than you can by helping them and giving them the wrong kind. So, it's getting crazy out there. It's getting dangerous. It's getting nutty. Like, I see what I've seen on TV act out. And so I could tell where people are from. I could tell but see, it's had so many different backgrounds from my academic days, from, my university days, academia, corporate America, from military days. Like, I could pick out who a lot of different people are based on basically what their t-shirts they're wearing and stuff like that, And it's weird that I'm smelling alcohol when I'm driving on the side roads and people are passing me at 7:30 in the morning. That's what tells me that demons are running rampant this season. This Scorpio season is gonna be crazy. Like this winter, oh my gosh, it's gonna be crazy. Because people are crazy. Because they let themselves go. They let their whims go. They don't have emotional control. It's going to be a lot of lessons learned. I'm going to try and stay in my peaceful side. I'm going to try and stay in my Pisces. Grace on my Pisces and my Gemini. Not my Aries. Leave that Aries alone. Because I tune right into that shit. And I don't want to. So, life is good for me and my old mom, huh, though? Huh? That that reminded me of freaking the smoke pit behind the AIDS shop. Like in 05, 04. That was good. That's why food is good. Because sometimes you'll eat something that reminds you of something that you had so good one time before. And sometimes you just never taste that taste ever again. And you try it sometimes. Like I'll go. One of the places that has one of the best restaurants I ever went to, and they have some of the most. I just love the flavor combinations that they put together, and that's Block 16 in Omaha. And I will forever tell people to go there. Tell Jess and Paul, Marge said, hey. They were like my last day at work. I walked because I used to work at the Landmark building at G4S Secure Solutions. It's a security company. And so I walk up about 1 o'clock right before I call it like 12:30, and then they close at 1. And I walk up and pick my to-go up, or maybe they close at 2, and I take my lunch at 1. Either way, I miss the lunch rush because they get lines out the door, but everybody had to go back to work. But I always got the late lunch because I took it. And so I walk, and they just had the best, like, because she's from Canada, I believe. And then I think he's from, like, the East Coast someplace. And so they merged and they have a farm, so it's farm to fresh. It's just, and they're good people, and they've always been good people. See, I'm trying to be a good person after freaking just going through hell on planet Earth, telling people, like, man, you guys got to make the world a better place. I think it's weird that my brother became part of the system, and I've been like telling people how the system needs to change to be better, to help more people. And that guy makes $240,000 a year. He makes like 75% higher, more than, because he's a Freemason. He's a fraternity. He's a skull and bones guy. They get all the fucking benefits, and they sacrifice their relatives. I'm just grateful that we're still here, because my sister, she got taken out on a motorcycle in 23, on the back of a motorcycle, living that, self-will, one riot lifestyle. So Yeah, people can do whatever they want in their life, but I see the consequences of actions because of all the mistakes I've made, or the lessons I've learned from the mistakes that I've made in my life. Now, if I continue those behaviors, then those are mistakes that I'm choosing to make, and that's just chosen behavior. So, we're just going to chill out, slow down, and just enjoy each other's company, huh, Mom? Watch some Schitt's Creek. Schitt's Creek. We'll watch some more Bob's Burgers. I made peanut butter cups today. The magic kind. I never did it before. This is the first time. And I wish, I could add that. I could, no. It's so messy. It's so messy. Anyway, they're in the freezer hardening up, so and then I use Ghirardelli chocolate on the bottom. I just poured the peanut butter on top, so it'll be pretty good. Anyway, it's getting interesting out there. Trying to decide the character of which to show up in the world at. It's fun to watch. Huh, Mom? Yeah? So, we're getting a new windshield in the Suburban. We're slowly piecing her together. She leaks, too. Like the windshield leaks. So, that'll go away once they replace it. But I got in this morning and I was like, well, there's a new crack. Where did that crack come from? That's a new one. See, I notice things. But then there's plenty of things that I miss, so don't want to get like too big for my britches because there's plenty of things that I miss. It's about all I got for now. Thanks for hanging out. Hope you have a rad day. Peace.